It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. About It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Good morning, model citizens. Welcome to Humanity Junction. My name is Heath, and this is Hangout with Humanity. It's been quite a long week this week, so I thought we'd do just sort of a nice, simple, just kind of relaxing live stream, and I would just break out the Z-scale trains and just run some trains. I got back my, I have a micro trains B unit that I just got back, and I'm hoping that I can pull a bunch of passenger cars now that I've got that locomotive back, and I thought that just run some trains. So let's say hello, see who's joining us this morning. We've got Awesome America Model Railroading. Artie is in the house. Keith, hey Keith, how you doing? It's the A&P Railroad, haven't seen you in a little bit. Chicago South Shore and South Doki is in the house. Dokai? I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Dragon Ball Tech, Mr. DB Tech in the house. We've got Digger Evans. Model Railway is here. Colin Wykes joining us. Dwight Curley from Curly Express. I like the name change. We've got Mr. Jimbo Trains. We've got Nisi J. Roy Eltham joining us as well. John from Schuylkill River Valley is here. Steve Childers. And What's It About with Bill Craig. I think somebody else just popped in or dropped off or something. But thanks everyone for being here. If I missed your name, I'll try and catch you. Along the way. But yeah, we're just gonna let's just have a nice, relaxing conversation. Between Keith, miss y'all between work and vacation. I've been MIA. I get, work's a good thing. I saw Awesome America was asking a little bit earlier about working, and I'm still out of work. So the good news is I have been having some interviews. Things are opening up in my industry, which has been really, really great. But it's also it's interesting. It's all very interesting. Things are definitely changing, but I think all for the better. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out some of the trains that I know run and that I've run on this track many times and that work really, really well. And those are my Merklin trains. And we'll get those running first. And then once we get those going, then we'll take out some of the newer stuff that I haven't run yet. We'll go from there. We'll see how it all works out. I do have in the back here. This is the Z scale that Nick from PGH Train Fanatic or PTF Designs made for me. And as you can see, I have it set up kind of between the two tracks. So I'm hoping that I'll have the one train go around the back and the other train go around the front, and hopefully it'll all work out. And yeah, and this is, so my N scale layout is all t-trak modules, but I wanted something that was a little easier to run. This is actually N scale back here as well. That's a little just trolley track. It does just go back and forth, and I can get that running as well. But I wanted something that was, this just sits on some foam core on my desk, and it's just a really nice, small little layout. And yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. So let's get this guy running. I did break out the re-railer today just to make my life a little easier, and I do have a dual. This is the MRC Tech 2 2800. I got one throttle for the inside track, the other throttle for the outside track. So provided I can keep all that straight, hopefully we won't have any problems. So let's just dump this on here. So let's get this off of this little siding. And that looks like it's going the wrong way. There we go. There we go. And let me switch that back. So now we did do that. So you did do DCC with Z. So they make a DCC decoder for the for this Merklin GG1, but the only places I could find the decoder were in Germany. And at some point I may get them, but I haven't gone up to DCC. It's all just simple old DC. I'm assuming you did not add sound, DCC with sound, but yeah, I think DCC would be a lot of fun with Z scale. Definitely think that would be true. I gotta say, DCC train, I didn't even know you did N scale, let alone Z scale. You've got all those really awesome review videos of all of the all your HO stuff. Let's stop this. Let's back it up. Maybe. Oh, there we go. And got it connected, and we're off. I do it. Already needs a microscope. So I do have my glasses here. I'll be definitely putting them on probably very shortly. But with this railer, I can pretend that I can see what I'm doing, and kind of makes it pretty easy to slide this stuff on. This is Atlantic Coastlines are the silver and purple trains, and then obviously not obviously, but the GG1 is Pennsylvania Railroad, and that's this guy here is Pennsylvania Railroad as well. Oh, stopped. Sides. There we go. So Pennsylvania Railroad, Atlantic Coastlines, and that guy there is Pennsylvania Railroad as well. I wanted the Z scale Z and NW set. Yeah, I think it's amazing to me what they're doing in Z scale. Like I don't the detail, um, all the different options you can get now. It's really pretty incredible what's all available. Uh, I missed did miss. There we go. And there we've got it. So this is all Merklin stuff. This has all those the Merklin connectors. And the Merklin connectors are basically kind of a hook connector, I guess, as opposed to a more realistic looking connector. And that the other trains that I'm gonna get running in a second are from Microtrains and from AZL. And AZL and Microtrains both use more kind of realistic looking connectors. So see if I can make the shuttle straighter so it looks like a picture. Oh, ah, we got everything crashing. It seems like my little factory scene might not fit. I may need to. So right now the factory scene, I don't have like any legs or anything on it. And what I want to do is make a leg that goes, up and over to kind of help it stand up a little bit better. But for now, let's just put it right here. And let's clean up the mess I made. There we go. I guess the problem with running these trains on such a small layout is that by the time you notice that they've disconnected, they're already back around to the other side, crashing into the back of the other cars. I'm wondering too. I seem to have a lot of problems between these two cars, and I don't really know why. I mean, they are Z-scale connectors after all. Seem fairly lined up. Let's see if they keep disconnecting, we'll come out we'll figure something else. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing with DC. I found, especially with Z scale, is that these guys are so lightweight. The cars are so lightweight that they're lightweight, they're small, and it just kind of it's just a little easier to run them quicker, it seems. So this guy, let's try running this way instead. See if we can move the problem. May never get to setting up the other train if we can't get there. Yeah, so the GG1 actually has added weights. There's a video from a ways back that actually added weights to the GG1, which is what's helping me be able to pull all this stuff. I could, if I wanted to run it slower, I've got another GG1 I could throw on that would make it a little easier. But for now, this is kind of working. It seems to not like going over this switch right here between kind of a little bit of a string line effect. and this switch seems to not like it that much. Yeah, it's, fine details. Yeah, Jason, I believe you do have the same boxcar on the end here. This is the Edgar Allan Poe Raven boxcar. It's just flipped around the other side. But this is the Congratulations America car that I believe it was given to us from Canada or something. I don't remember the whole story. But yeah, that's that. So Z-Scale, do they need a different power supply? Yes and no. Z-Scale, you're only supposed to power up to 10 volts. This Tech 2, I believe, will go up to 12 or 14 volts. So you just don't want to run it. You don't want to run the handle. You just don't want to run this handle all the way up. And what some people will do is they'll glue or they'll screw in a little stop on this so that you can use it. But it's, DC is DC. Yeah, it's higher amperage and higher voltage that you want to use, but as long as you don't crank it up, it works pretty darn well. Here we go. It's a leased boxcar used by Canada that carried lumber across the border. There you go. If you don't know what we're talking about this Congratulations America boxcar right back here. So yeah, maybe we'll take a little bit of a closer look as it comes around here. You'll see it a little better. Lauren Hurwitz, isn't it your wife's birthday? Shouldn't you be doing birthday things? Just kidding. My MRC Tech 2 goes to 23 volts. Really? I do not believe mine goes that high. Although now you got me curious. Let's see. We'll use the first output here, and I'm going to stop this train in a second so I don't knock it all off the track, and let's see what it goes up to. We'll stop that guy there. We'll go to the overhead so that we can see. So we're on voltage DC. Zoom in. So that's voltage DC. This is the first output on the Tech 2. And I'm just dialing it up. So that's max. So it looks like max output on this throttle right here is 10.45 volts. And we can do the same thing on the other one, and I'll try not to derail the train as I do this. But yeah, this is the one with the train on it. And metering it. I don't know why it does not seem to be reading on this one. I don't know why it's not working. Let's see if I can touch it right to the screws on the back. Trying not to short anything out. There we go. So right now at this speed, I'm at 5.2 volts-ish. So yeah. Let's widen this out. Let's go to this view so people can see. Here's the boxcar that we're all talking about right there. Congratulations, America. And on that note, your favorite person in mine, Mr. I don't want to be put on mute, today. Steve Childers.
Hello. How's everybody
What's
doing?
happening, sir?
I'm just running trains and working on my future town scene down here.
I know. I noticed you're not dressed appropriately for today's.
Yeah, my wife's not home, and I'm gonna ask her about that. I went to get the uniform out, and it wasn't there. So I don't know where she's got it.
She's withholding.
She is.
Let's see. Heath is breaking things again. I hope not. Mr. Jimbo Trains is saying, maybe I've missed it. How do you make the train go back and forth? Okay, so the way DC works is it's a constant voltage, and you've got plus 12 volts, and you've got basically 0. So when you have plus 12 volts and 0, the train goes forward. But what you can do is you can take that and you can flip it over. So now instead of plus 12, you now have minus 12 and 0. So instead of going from 0 to plus 12, it goes from 0 to minus 12, and the train goes backwards. Awesome America is saying your shirt got blown off the clothesline.
Yeah. But I'm wearing my other uniform.
Burlington route? Nice.
You betcha.
Nice. Yeah, Mr. Jimbo, if you want to know more about it, hit me up offline, and I'll try and find a resource that that shows it a little bit differently. But this is Dave P, but he's outside.
Yeah, I'm on the garage.
Wow.
But you're in the garage with the garage doesn't have a roof.
Nope, not yet. It's being built.
Ah, are you? But
Is that a garage
when you have
or a
the
train
garage,
shed?
is the layout going out in the garage, or is the layout staying in the room that it's in?
Staying in the room that it's in.
Okay. Just checking. Just making sure.
No, I got a garage sale going on.
Oh. Any train stuff you're selling?
Yep.
Send some people over there, and they can go down into your train room and take their pick of stuff. No.
Well, there's a shelf over there full of stuff.
So this is what I'm hoping to get running today. I know it's not prototypical, before anybody gets on my case about that. But it's this, I don't even know what it is. It's an Ursa Light Mikado in Pennsylvania with a, an FB unit. It's in an F7B, I believe. And the idea is that by lashing them together, I'm kind of pretending it's like an excursion train sort of thing, kind of ish. And we're gonna try and pull some more Pennsylvania passenger cars. So I don't know. We'll see if it works. Uh-oh, Steve, you're getting called out.
I am. Does that mean you don't? Absolutely, Lauren. Absolutely, I do not.
I may have to stop this to get this train on here. And I may have to put my glasses on. Yeah, so Martin, they are not speed matched. And not only are they not speed matched, but they're two different companies. So one of the things I am going to test is how closely matched they are to even see if they're going to be close enough that I could run them together. My theory is that both locomotives are so light that the wheels just spin on them anyway, So even if they're not perfectly matched, they should be fine. And people like seeing me blow things up anyway, so.
Well, Andy's here now. Now the three of us can be in trouble, Heath.
Yeah, why aren't you moving? Well, it was running the last time I put it away. Oh, come on now. To get on the track, that's for sure. Second I get the front on, I can't get the back on anymore. So I feel it. Like it wants to run, but it's not running. Oh. Well, now I see why. Looks like the drive shaft from the tender to the front. People are curious. Let's see. So there's between here and there. Boy, that's hard to see. There's a little drive shaft thingy, and it looks like it came disconnected. So let's see if I can get it connected. See if I can get it running. Boy, this is fun, isn't it? Z-scale.
That's okay. My trains are running for the people.
Thanks, Steve. Let's get this guy out of the way. Let's try and get this guy running. See. Unless I broke it between the last time I ran it today, which, you know.
So I take it you got your switches all fixed?
The switches are actually all fixed, but I don't have them wired up right now. But I did replace this last switch down here. On. Well, let's put this aside for 1 second. Let's take this out. I was running this before the show so that because this one was back at Micro Trains and I just got it back. Yeah, see, and this one runs fine. Oh, of course. It's Z gauge. Of course, it's hard to see. Yes, it is. This hobby is great therapy at times and great practice when needing to work on the real thing. This weekend, I'm playing supervisor. Here we go. Here we go. Mr. Nisi hasn't touched the laundry since he bought a new washer and claims he doesn't know how to use it. When I change to a sensible scale like Steve, it'll be okay.
There you go.
I think that is the first and only time you're going to be called sensitive.
Sensible.
Sensible.
Notice I was not called sensible. The scale was called.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, I'm trying to think what I can try with this locomotive. Oh, I see what it could have been. try it again. It looked like the drive wheels were locked up on it. Or not the drive wheels, the drive lines? What are they called?
The
The
linkage?
drive rods?
I just call it the linkage.
The sausage? The Linkso sausage?
There you go.
There you go.
Ah! Whew, that makes me feel better. See how light it is? It doesn't have enough weight. It just spins. Come
So,
on.
what is that? A 282 or
2-6, 1, 2, 3, 2-6-4?
264? Okay.
It's
I got my,
run on its. I have had it running on its own around here on this track. It should theoretically do it.
I got my 210 to run it again, but it really does not like some of my corners, some of my turns.
Yeah, and you know. Interesting.
Dang cottonwood.
The wires on this seem to be going under instead of through. There's like a little slot for the wires, but they seem to be under, which is why it seems like this is not able to, like this little movement here. I think the wires are binding up. But you see how much the wheels on this thing just kind of slip? So I'm kind of just hoping that if I just put the other locomotive behind it, between the two of them, they'll kind of glide gracefully around the layout. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it definitely wants a little bit of weight on it. Here it comes. I think it's amazing that they make a Z-scale locomotive in that size with the detail that it even has. I just think that alone is pretty amazing. Here it comes around again. Okay, so let's see. Split rocks here. Is Steve connected via OBS? Is that how he gets multiple cameras to show up? Steve
No.
might be using Manicam,
I am.
but it's essentially the same thing. So, Lauren, have fun with the wife. I already sent her a happy birthday text this morning, so hopefully she got that. Let's so pretty darn cool, this little I'm amazed they make Z-scale at all. Well, so here's what's amazing, right? Is that this is Z-scale. They make T-scale, which is even smaller than this.
And the question of the day is why?
My
Good question.
understanding is that it's mostly for the Japanese market, just because they don't have a lot of space, and all of the majority of the T-scale stuff that I've seen is all like those like high speed what are they,
Trains?
TGV trains? Yeah.
The Shinkansens?
Yes.
Tell you what, you want to talk about well-run railroad? That would be the Japanese Shinkansen. Those things run to the
On
second.
time, on schedule. So it's moving. What's funny too is I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not. Maybe if I do this, you'll see it as it comes through. But the Z scale has so little weight that it like shakes as it kind of comes around. It's like it's not smooth. It just sort of like vibrates. But Mike, are you asking what scale this is? Split Rock, I'm surprised that there aren't more model railroad club stuff in the city, period. But, yeah, it would be cool to have a Z-scale club. Maybe that's what I'll do is I'll switch from N scale to Z scale, and my whole new office will just be Z scale. T scale is smaller than Z scale. So this is N back here. This is Z, and then imagine something even smaller. Ah, there we go. Wait. Oh, no, I missed it. Ah, there we go. Happy early Father's Day to all. I did, it is. It's coming up on Sunday, isn't it?
Yep.
Nisi says, holy smokes. Of course, she says holy smokes, and the first thing I do is look down at the trains to make sure that none of my trains are smoking. I got nervous for a second there. So let's put this stuff away, and let's start adding some passenger cars. Let's see if we can't get some passenger cars to run. There's this whole, let's switch to this for a second. There's this whole warning on top of this AZL locomotive when pulling the locomotive out of the plastic, blah, 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 blah. And they even show you the little center of it. It seems like people keep pulling them apart when they pull it out of the package. Okay, so here are the passenger cars that I'm hoping we can get some of them running today. The last time I tried this, it just wasn't able to pull stuff. So here's the RPO car, Pershing Square, Madison Square, Continental Hall, St. Fawn, St. Hill. This looks like just a standard coach here. So we can put here's another, so these are kind of more standard-ish coaches. These look like sleeper cars. Am I even close to being correct? Doesn't say. So let's see if we can add some cars. Yeah, here too. Oh, hi. Yeah. Oh, so UK has Father's Day on the same day, it looks like. Heath is speaking from experience. I'm glad you're saying that, but I'm not sure what you're referring to. But I swear like a drunken sailor, so I've tried to tame my tongue, especially on YouTube, hence the holy smokes. Yeah, but when you say holy smokes in the model railroading community, it sometimes means something very different.
Especially when you're involved.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So this, let's go back to here. This locomotive is from AZL. This F7B unit is from Microtrains. And then all of these passenger cars are also from AZL. And this is all Merklin. People are curious. Taking trains out of boxes. Well, I don't have anywhere to put them, so they all live in boxes for now. For now. The construction is going brutally slow on the office. So I hope nobody besides me is holding their breath onto when I might be able to actually get into the office.
When do you have to start paying rent?
When I get in, I don't have to pay rent until I get in. So this may be a little bit of a problem that I didn't consider. But if this doesn't work, I have a slightly different thing. So supposedly AZL and Microtrains couplers are compatible. But this coupler on this side of this RPO seems to maybe have a little bit of an issue. But now we got something running. I don't think I've run trains in a long time on this channel.
Not for a while.
Successfully.
Hey now. Because I haven't set the N scale up in a long time. And the Z scale, I've been... Oh! Highs in the Netherlands. I don't know why I didn't know that.
I was about ready to say that. Not
Yeah,
the
wow.
UK.
Sorry. I was in Amsterdam for 8 weeks one summer. It was really a lot of fun. Anthony Ambrose, a problem that he didn't consider. Yeah, it was a good time.
Was
Let's
there about 6 or 7 years ago?
It's one place I would like to go back to. In general, I felt that Europe was just kind of a lot of fun. But check this out. The stairs, I don't know if you can see, the stairs are a different color than the trucks. It's kind of a nice little detail. And you can see all the brake lines and all the stuff on the bottom. And it's Z-scale. I think that's pretty cool that they get all that on a Z-scale. Yeah, these may not stay together. Let's see. Well, I gotta say my theory's working pretty well of, latching the two locomotives up together. This guy is, the steam loco is kind of just spinning. And he says, everybody loves Holland. Good morning, Mike from Rail Artist. Mr. Jimbo Trains, how do you guys choose what locomotives that you want, as far as models like a GP38 or an SD70 Ace? So the way I choose is I say, oh, that looks kind of cool. And that's about the extent of my decision making.
I will go with an SD for long haul consist, and GPs for short haul or road switching, either one.
Now, I don't know much about prototypical, but I thought that GP38s used to do the longer runs, but as SD70 Aces replaced them, then they became the road switchers. But I don't know if that's true. I could be making that up.
GPs are general purpose. You can find them on the long hauls. You'll find them on the short hauls. You'll find them road switching. But the SDs were designed for the big long haul cross country
Long haul.
style consists.
So Split Rock says, choose for your era, location, and types of trains you want to move. Us America says, for me, it depends on what kind of train I'm operating. Split Rock goes on to say, 4-axle low horsepower units are for switching and industry work. Yeah, and I don't have any 4-axle stuff here. Thomas, are you allowed to say what you usually pilot? Kind of happy with how this is running, all things considered. And I love seeing the drive rods on that steam locomotive. I mean, how incredible is it that in Z scale, you know, you can get that? I'm just baffled by it. Look at those things, how fast they're moving in Z scale. And I know people like operations, but I gotta tell you, I just like this. I love just being able to like have these trains run in a circle. I don't know why. I just like it's just fun to me. Real Art says a lot of it depends on the era you're modeling as well. Yeah.
Oh no! Did you catch it?
Uh-oh. I caught this one.
Uh-oh. What about the other one?
Oops.
Oh crap.
Oh no.
Welcome to
I
the
don't think
club.
it's supposed to be in this many pieces.
Oh no.
It's less pieces than mine was.
So it looks like I've got a drive rod. I've got the top plastic cover, which seems to be intact. And I've got a weight. And then we've got the expensive part. It looks like I'm missing one piece. So what I'm missing that I need to find is, let's slide this up out of the way. So there's a little like thing here that this drive rod goes into. To go in, there we go. And then there needs to be another sort of thing of that on the other side. And that's what seems to be missing. But other than that, if I could find that, I may be able to get this thing running again.
Oops.
That's
Oops.
about 6 months, 8 months old.
Talk amongst yourselves. Steve, tell the story of your locomotive.
I just showed the video.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lower right-hand corner of mine, and I'm picking up the pieces.
Yeah, I remember that one.
About 8 months ago.
Yep.
I'm sure it's here somewhere. The question is where? You know, I'm trying to like move stuff carefully, figuring it probably, you know, shot out, slid across something. And unfortunately, I've just got.
Mike says you'll find it when you step on it.
I'm hoping that's probably true. You know, when I'll probably find it is when the office is ready and I get to move downstairs.
I got carpet in my layout room, but it didn't do any good.
Oh, I can imagine it was probably hard to find in the carpet. Now the other now
Is the
the
piece
other
looking for metal?
the other possibility is that I'm looking for a part that doesn't actually exist. But I think it definitely does exist. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere in here. See, so what you can see now, though, or what you can see. So there is a slot on the back of this right here. And I think that these wires
Supposed to go through that slit.
are supposed to go through that slit. But I don't really know. And it'd be nice if I could find that little piece.
What is it, a yoke?
It's I think it's just a little sleeve. You know, it's a sleeve that accepts the
Yeah, it's
it accepts the
yoke that
drive
goes on
shaft
the
on
dog
one
bone.
end and the the little drive shaft on the other end.
Yeah, it's a dog bone with two little spikes on the end.
Yeah. Oh no, that I got.
Yeah, I know, but you want the other piece to that. The
Yeah,
yoke
yeah, yeah. I
right
need the
there.
other. Yeah. I need the other piece. I need the piece that I connected at the beginning of this stream. I mean, the good news is, I bet you if I called up AZL, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, like everybody loses those," and I'm sure it's a replaceable part. I mean, I can't believe I'm the only person. Well, so I guess this is a reminder to make sure you put put a little edge up at the edge of your layout, especially if you have Z scale.
Yeah, it didn't take me long to get my plastic borders up on mine after I dropped off the. And the funny thing was, I already had the plastic to do it with. I just hadn't gotten to it.
Yeah, I mean,
Give you a little motivation.
Yeah.
I just like keep thinking that I keep thinking if I look for it, like it'll just magically show up all of a sudden. And I keep thinking too, it could be up on my desk because you guys can't. Let's see if I do this. Now I'm knocking over my fire extinguisher. My keyboard tray is actually like right off the bottom of it. So what actually happened was it fell off and hit this first and then fell to the floor, which is why I was able to catch the one guy is because it hit this first. So I'm almost wondering if the little piece, I keep kind of looking up, up here on this to see if maybe that little piece was up on here somewhere. But
No, it just made it where it could ricochet further. Now, what'd you drop?
my cell phone. Apparently, so here's the irony, right? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that. So here's the irony. I wanted this to be a stress-free stream, so I thought the solution to a stress-free stream would just be running some trains.
Well, Nisi says get the vacuum cleaner out and put put a hose stocking over the end of the hose and do it that way. And then Split Rock said just don't use fishnets.
Easy says I'm crying for real. I don't have fishnets. I do have stockings though that I use for my grass, and that's actually a really good idea. Yeah, stress free. You seem really stressed right now. I sure do. Um, I was just hoping like everything, like when I saw all the pieces, I was like, oh good, like they're all of the pieces
Right
are in
there.
one spot.
No.
And so Mike Rail Artist speaks the truth. I'm not going to find the piece until 2 days after the replacement piece arrives in the mail, which is 100% true. Um,
You
yeah,
know
I
why
don't know
you,
if I deleted it, but
you know why you always find things in the last place you look?
You
why
find them
know
when you're not
why?
looking for them.
You know why you find things in the last place you look?
Why?
Because it's the last place you look.
Oh, yes, of course.
Hey,
Seems
I
like
Bruce.
have
I,
to find this.
Hey, DC.
Where do I want to find this so bad? Just so that it's like I could
you'll
end
find
the
it when you're
stream
not
by
looking for
running
it.
trains. Come on,
Train
come
in
on,
floors on the bingo card, right?
come on. Well, this has been fun.
Uh,
I'm like, wait, what's that I just stepped on? No, it's just some piece of something else that's on the floor here. I like the idea, though. I'll definitely, after the stream, I will definitely get the vacuum out, and I'll definitely get the vacuum out, and I will try. I will try that. What's personal experience? Yeah, you keep looking until you find it, right? So the last, but yes, I believe that is what Steve's joke ultimately was.
Uh-huh.
yes, it is.
So Splitterx says, I think something starting to smoke should be the free space, and the train hitting the floor would be one of the other. I wonder why that happened. I wonder if the B unit was pushing the other unit too much, maybe, and it decided to launch it.
Well, or a coupler or something could have hung on that switch right there,
Yeah.
and then the B unit pushing it is what made it pop.
I feel like this B unit's actually pretty heavy, at least compared to the steam unit. As I almost drive it right off the edge again. Can't tell if it's on the track. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of What Can Go Wrong.
You know, that could be a good live stream title.
So I guess here's the question too: is I kind of want to go back and see. You probably can't even see it. Oh no! I think was I showing the side camera when it went off the edge?
It was
Like
showing where it's coming right at us.
So I probably have a pretty good video of it jumping off the track then.
Yeah. Yeah, we all saw it. It ranks
I'm glad
right
I
up
caught.
there with Robert's solo flight.
That's true. That's true. Steve 87. That was not the BLI engine. This is AZL, Z scale locomotive, and this B unit's a microtrains unit. My favorite is losing a piece, going to the hobby shop and buying a new one, and then putting it away right next to the one I couldn't find. I've done that.
Well, I bought a new pin vise, and then when I put
Yeah.
it away, it was right. It was right next to the one I thought I lost.
So somebody else is joining that I think wants to make fun of me. Should we let him up there?
Oh, it's got to be Jason. I guess that.
Stop
one,
laughing! Stop laughing at me!
He's not laughing at me. He's laughing with me.
Oh, yeah.
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 Hold on a second, guys.
I'm still looking on the ground as if like it's just gonna magically like appear. I mean, the good news is there's so much of a mess down here that the chances of it like flying off. This happens to me so often. I can't find it, then go and build it, and it appears. Yeah. Yeah, this will be another shorts video, definitely. Definitely. Well. Oh, where did Jason go?
That's what I was wondering.
I invite the guy up and then he disappears.
Well, he's in his truck, so he's probably on his lunch break. Lost the signal. Just a guess.
Moving things. I'm finding a lot of dust. I'm looking inside hairballs on the ground to see if I can find it. Wanted to see how many trains I could get running.
Huh.
I guess if I'm going to be down on the ground, I might as well go get the vacuum cleaner. I have a feeling I'm going to be ordering this part. I do not think I'm going to find this thing. Too bad I didn't have a camera on the floor to see it bounce.
A splatter.
Yeah. Luckily, my floors are cork floors, not like tile or anything like that. So that's at least good news. All right. Well, let's see if we can break something else today. Pretty amazing how well that the microtrains unit is pulling, though. Got a lot more pulling power than the steam loco. I gotta say, it's kind of really funny seeing just the B unit as the front of a train. Where'd you go, Jason?
Control.
Finally, they decided to deliver my food to my truck. Now I'm stuck at the railroad tracks waiting on a train to go by. I don't know if I can maybe switch the camera over so y'all can see it.
Is the train gonna fly off the tracks?
No, it's moving real slow, like 25, maybe 30. There we go. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but it's way in the distance.
Oh yeah, I
See
can't
if I
see
turn
it.
my camera sideways. There we go. So I found this new spot, but it's on the other side of the tracks for me to rail fan. So
So if
that's
you get stuck
actually,
by a train, you have to wait for it.
yeah. Well, like as soon as I pulled in to Sonic, because Sonic's only like a block away from the tracks, I hear one going by and it went the opposite direction. And then now this one's going by. I don't know, man. Like traffic today is just crazy. It's usually not that bad.
I can't believe this little B unit is pulling all of these cars. Oh, my heart is still hurting. Nisi, if you don't know by now that Jason is on the wrong side of the tracks, you have not been watching enough of Jason's videos.
Oh, that's epic. That is straight epic. The question is when have I ever been on the right side of the tracks?
Maybe the day before you were born.
Maybe.
Bernard wants to know if there were girls on skates delivering your food.
Not today. There is one, and she's not a kid. She's older than me. She's probably as old as my mom that still delivers the food on skates.
He's probably the only one that can actually skate.
Probably.
Mike says he was born on the wrong side of the tracks. Jackman's saying hello to everybody. Yeah. I tried Z-Scale outdoors, but an ant derailed the locomotive and a dragonfly took off with the caboose.
So since I am sitting parallel to the tracks, and the tracks are to my right, that would make me on the wrong side of the tracks. Because I'm to the left side of the tracks. Not to the right
Steve 87th PSAP says that I should check Jason's beard. There might be a piece you're looking for in there.
side.
Does Jason have a
Steve's
whole?
only jealous.
Jason has a whole train store in his beard.
I could probably fit T-scale up in it. I don't quite know about Z, but yeah, probably a T-scale could hide up in there.
Well, the one successful
Ooh.
part of tonight is that I got all of these AZL passenger cars running, which was part of it. Is that for
Dave.
sale, Dave?
I was wondering if Jason would be interested in it.
I'm trying to. Is that an SD9 and bloody nose? Is that just DC or is it DCC with sound?
DC.
DC. I might be interested. You never know with me.
Yeah, I got it into. It was part of a group auction lot.
Oh, okay.
I just got.
I've got one SD9, but it's in Black Widow. SP did not have any GP7, so.
No, but I do.
Yeah.
Needs work. I had to put a new motor in it.
But I've got a GP9 as well. It's a cotton belt.
Well, you better decide quick, Jason, before he sells it at the
No, I'll set it off the
garage
side.
sale.
I'll set it off the side. I'm in no hurry to sell it. But
Just send me an email.
okay.
We'll work details later.
Okay. I was going through stuff and I saw that was still in there. And the first person I thought it was you.
That's awesome. I appreciate that.
No problem. I also sent you some other pictures. I got some Walther's maintenance away cars. See if you're interested in any of them.
Is it that they used to have 2 sets and they were like 6 cars in each set? Is it one of those
No, they're individual pieces.
individuals? Okay. I might be.
Yeah,
Actually, I won a bid earlier. I showed Heath an image on our Google Hangout, but it had a Southern Pacific. I'm gonna call it a Frankenstein because it's a box car where they added a bay window and a platform on the back end of it.
Can I have one of those?
Just like a box car caboose.
Yep.
I was thinking that would be perfect for my maintenance away train. I got that and 2 other box cars for like $25, and they
Okay.
both got KDs and metal wheels on it. So I was like, 3 cars for $25. That's not bad.
No.
Thomas, it's all good. It gives me time to scour around on the floor for my missing pieces. It's such a bummer. Dude, what's funny is, so the it says, do not allow the tender to drop, as this may cause the drivetrain to disconnect. Void holding the locomotive by the drive rods. The warranty is void for any damage cured through mishandling or misuse. But right on the cover, they've got the website and stuff, because if you should have any questions or concerns, please contact your AZL dealer for support. They're in Ohio. Wow. Oh, you know what I could do though? I could at least put it on the track to see if the motor still spins. I know it won't go anywhere, but I can at least see if it still works.
So I take it you lost a gear or something? Drive shaft?
Yeah, there's the
Yoke.
tender is what's powered, and it's got the linkage to the front, and it's between the tender and the front.
How many wires you got coming from the tender? Is it 3 or just 1?
Uh, 4 or 5.
Okay.
The front wheels are the pickups, I believe. And then it
'Cause
goes
some-
back and powers it, and then the wires come forward for the lights.
Okay, because some of them, and it depends on the manufacturer, some will have the locomotive pick up the left rail and the tender pick up the right rail.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then some of them will have the locomotive and the tender picks up both rails.
No, I may have more problems. I don't feel any. I don't feel anything. That's a bummer.
There we go.
I guess it already hit the ground, right? It's already out of warranty now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Trying to see if I can get the tender off. Maybe there's just something loose. A loose nut. So did I mention...
No, that's a loose nut. That's Rainbow Bell.
I was gonna say that could describe a number of people.
Did I mention that I wanted this to be a relaxing stream today?
Oh, I heard something about that.
How's that working for you?
Not so much.
You'll find it. It's there. Keep in mind that thing, as small as that is, it could have deflected anywhere.
Yeah.
Is it metal or is it plastic?
Plastic.
Oh, okay. If it was metal, I'd tell you to get a magnet.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's plastic.
Yeah, Jason, doesn't look like this thing's ever been run.
Really?
Yep.
So I'm trying to think, what year was it that SP started going to the bloody nose?
I'm not sure.
I know it's around 60 somewhere,
Yeah.
but I want to say it was more like maybe mid to late 60s before they started converting all of their Black Widow and Daylights to Bloody Nose. I can't remember.
I feel like this should run. I don't see any wires disconnected or anything.
Yeah, because this is the one one of them that I was after.
Is that a...
This is Masabi.
No.
This is Masabi Iron Range.
Okay.
So that was included in the lot. So, of course, I had to pick up the second one also.
Well, I've got a Southern Pacific E89. It's a Proto 2000 I'm putting up for sale.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Find it?
I also have these will be going up for sale.
Norfolk and Western.
Yep.
So I just figured out why it wasn't working.
Why is that, Heath?
Because the switches that I have are all power routing switches. So the siding was dead until I flipped the switch.
Oh, that's epic.
This is just not been fun.
That's epic.
But I think now that I got it, yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but the light is working and the motor's spinning. So if I found the missing piece, I can get it running again.
Heath, you're, I'm assuming it's Nisi's spirit animal.
You're my spirit animal.
That's funny.
So my girlfriend just came home and I got to tell her, don't mess up the mess. Yes, these are the people that think you're fake.
I'm not fake.
Oh, I
So
hear her.
this is the girlfriend that's not fake. For anybody that still thinks she's fake.
Hello.
That's so neat. So I can't hear them. They're all talking to you.
Oh yeah, you can't hear them. Here you
No,
can,
it's okay, bud.
you can listen to
Nice
this.
meeting
Well,
you.
we can always
I
wait.
love the shirt. Chicago Cubs.
Is it
Cubs
is it
rule.
same there and same there?
Yeah, same there. This is the sort of what I used to switch, and this is just what it looks like on YouTube. So that's Dave, that's Steve, that's Jason the train freak. I'm always talking about Jason
Oh,
from Arkansas. That's the guy.
So are
That's
you
the
a
weird guy
Chicago
from
gal?
Arkansas.
Anita. My mom lived there for a little bit. This is really
The
so
weird
good.
guy from Arkansas.
What?
What are you asking her, Steve?
Is she from Chicago?
No.
California.
She's just a Cubs fan, huh?
Why do you think is this a Cubs shirt? The Be
Yeah.
Kind shirt?
Yeah.
What,
Wait,
it says Be
Be
Kind.
Kind. Is that
oh,
Cubs?
Oh. I can only see the top half.
Oh yeah. The top half are the Cubs colors, but it's a whole
Be kind.
it's a whole Be Kind
Be
thing.
kind, people.
Oh, okay.
Heath,
Friends, brother.
I don't. He ain't got his headphones in.
You had one in. I got
Hey,
both.
hey, Heath, and you call me weird?
Now.
Yes. My spirit animal is a Pokemon Snorlax. Sleeps, eats, and goes back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Andrew's already met her. Andrew met the train inspector and the girlfriend on the street one day. But yes, she is real. So now when people say that they haven't seen her, now there's more than one person that's actually seen her.
Well, so that is
Right.
the second time. That's the second time I've met her.
So this is
The first time I met her was right, the STS after show when you opened your special present from a group
Oh
of us.
yeah. Yep.
so this is an episode of MythBusters.
Yeah. We've learned what happens when a Z-scale locomotive hits the ground.
Same thing that happens when an HO scale hits the ground.
Yeah. And we've met Bigfoot, aka the girlfriend that really does exist, but everyone thinks it's just a myth.
I don't know that I dare call her Bigfoot, but okay.
Well, no, I just mean it in the sense of the mystery, not not that she.
Not physical.
Already saying get her to check her feet before leaving the room. I think I'm gonna be ordering a new piece because I think at this point that I'm probably not gonna find it.
It's probably right beside one of the feet of your desk.
Well, and that's kind of where I was looking around the feet of the desk as well. Man, it's so much for a stress-free. How ironic that I start off the stream saying, "Let's have a stress-free stream and run some trains."
Yeah.
You should have known better.
I know. So I guess what I need to get now is a little piece of angle iron, like a little plexi angle iron, and run it along the edge of this front edge of it. People are saying that I should check your feet. You stepped on one. We're joking.
Oh. I'm gonna make eggs. You want any?
I'm using Steve's technique. I'm trying I've got the flashlight.
There you go.
See if that helps at all.
It actually would, because the direct light will actually cause your eyes to focus to that spot. Then you end up ignoring everything in your peripheral.
Well, I'm also hoping too that by kind of shining it across on an angle,
Mm-hmm.
that it'll kind of like it'll catch something.
reflect.
catch something raised off the floor that I might not see. I feel like it could literally, I feel like, be anywhere. Here. So I guess in this case, he blames himself from back.
All right, Heath. Well, it looks like you got the free space in your bingo card.
Yeah. That would be funny to make up like a T-shirt or something that's the Blame Heath bingo card.
Well, since
Blame
I'm
Heath
hosting
free
bingo,
space.
I'll work on that. I'll do that.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I don't see it. I think
Yes.
it's
You know, you should have a couple there, Jason. You know, you should have a Heath blue smoke space. All right. A lost piece space. You know, hell, somebody's gonna bingo right off the get go.
Well, I was thinking of doing like going and looking up all the Blame Heath videos and making all the spaces related to everything that Heath got blamed for. And then have the very center space, the free space that says Blame Heath.
There you go.
so Z was thinking of fairies or a unicorn. I think she's talking about my girlfriend, maybe. What did my life tracks say? Oh, Loch Ness Monster? Oh, it's stress-free, yeah. I've been playing with the flashlight, so I'm trying to catch up on... Any other mystery would have been more flattering. Well, you know what now, Heath? You'll have to check the dog the next couple of trips. So, funny you should say that, because what I'm a little worried about is if I picked it up, I feel something. No way. No way!
You found it.
No way! So I picked this up to show you guys, and I was about to say, this is what it fell right next to. So I guarantee you that the little piece that's missing is somewhere buried in this thing. And as I pick it up and touch the edge of it, I feel this little, like, plastic thing. And lo and behold,
There it is.
there it is, the missing part.
I got to give you a golf clap on that one.
Wow. Nisi J, it's a Festivus miracle.
Festivus miracle.
So, I know it's like 1 o'clock, and like, you know, technically I should be getting off and all that kind of stuff, but I have to put this thing back together now and get this working.
We ain't no rush. It's Friday.
Is it a summer Friday?
Mm-hmm.
I do think somewhere something may have broken off because there's this little broken piece here, but I can't figure out what it's from, so I'm going to just ignore it and pretend that I don't need it for anything.
What part is that?
Just
You're supposed to say exactly.
exactly.
There you go.
This isn't quite snapping all the way together. Let's see if I can figure out why this isn't sitting flat. There we go, that's sitting a little better. Let's try and put the tender on in the correct orientation. We're gonna put this, gonna guess let's do it the way I had it falling apart. So I cannot believe Bernard says, "Runner like you stole it now." It's too funny. Hey Nancy, how you doing? See, I win. I found it. Steve 87 PSAT. You did technically. It was your dog comment that ultimately led to the finding of this little piece.
So Steve 87th won a bingo chip. Congratulations.
There you go. Steve gets a bingo card. That's actually a pretty cool little linkage thing that they got going on there.
It's a dog bone and yolks.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so simple, but yet it's so...
The only problem with that style is they tend to be noisier than the ones that are that have the yolks with the slotted shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb. So apparently, the linkage needs to go through the hole. So I need to put the linkage on after I put the led to the arrest and conviction of. Yeah, Nancy. So for those of you that missed the very beginning, I started out this stream by saying that I wanted to have a nice, relaxing stream. So I was just going to run trains. And then the train decided that it wanted to meet the floor more than it wanted to stay on the tracks.
Well, that's because you chose to adopt Sparky's Gremlins.
Yeah. I don't know that I chose.
Oh, Sparky pushed them off on you?
I think that is more. Yeah, this would be so much easier if I didn't have trains running around next to me. How can I get this? This is what it looks like with a person who can barely see, trying to put together a Z-scale locomotive. We're just
Better
gonna pull the linkage out.
Better you than me.
Yeah.
So by people watching this, am I encouraging everybody to
By Z.
switch to Z-scale?
Oh yeah, you bet.
I think you're encouraging everyone to go to HO.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess the ultimate test is going to be if I get this thing running, and Steve could not get his running after his hit the floor.
Oh, I got it running. It just wouldn't move very far because the linkage, the same thing you're having a problem with. Here it is. I still have it. The problem was the linkage, and I made new linkage for it, and it would go around the track and stuff, no problem. But because it's the dog bone, that's how I had to fix it, and it normally has a shaft. It was so damn loud and chunky that I decided to retire it for parts.
I gotcha.
So, because ultimately,
this
I know
is-
I'm going to need those shafts and gears and stuff.
It is hard to get this piece in here.
I may mention I picked up a GP7 Blackbird. It's called Blackbird. This is the Blackbird Burlington scheme.
That's pretty.
Yeah, and it was cheap. It was 20, 25 bucks on eBay, but it didn't run. Okay, so I got it. I got it the other day, and I took it apart, and lo and behold, I don't know what I did with it. The motor was no good. The first time I ever had a bad motor. All right, normally it's something else that you can, it's a missing lead and or so forth. But this one actually had a bad motor. But luckily, I had an Athearn motor. Okay, and
Bless
so I
you.
s- so I
Thank you.
stripped off the Athearn motor had different size flywheels. So I stripped off the flywheels of the bad uh, P2K motor, and but the shaft on the Athearn, this is a brand new replacement motor from Athearn. The shaft is thicker, so I had to very gently drill out the flywheels because the Athearn flywheels would not fit. And then I also had the yoke, those same yoke things that you're talking about, Keith. I had to gently drill those out,
Yeah.
unless with a pin vise as well, to the right size, and then put it all back together. I've got it. I'm waiting for a decoder to come in now.
What kind of decoder you get for it?
I'm getting a cheap Digitrax because I already have an extra sound bug.
Yeah.
So I need a DH166 LO from Digitrax, and then I'll put replace the big round speaker because it won't fit in this thing with one, maybe two sugar cubes, depends. And
Okay, so for
and
those of you that are worried that I'm going to drop it off again, I've got this for rent sign, and I'm going to slide it under the layout and make a little big shelf for it so it doesn't jump off again. Or if it does jump off, it'll land on this.
do you have a heat gun, Heath?
Yes.
You could buy some acrylic and heat it up and take a long straight edge like oh crap, level, like this.
And just bend it around it.
Yeah, and then bend it, and then that way it would slide under your foam core board that it sits on.
Yeah, I think that, there are places that have for air conditioners, like little, oh, see, look at that. Can you guys see what's happened there?
Yep.
The
Popped
B
off?
unit is what actually derailed. And
And
then
why?
probably pulled the steam unit off.
Is the trip pin hanging down too low or what?
I don't know.
It's derailing on that turnout, right?
Yeah, it does sort of seem that way. I mean, I don't know if maybe if something with the steam loco is binding up, and that's what's causing it to jump
What
off.
happens if you take the B unit off?
That guy can't pull this stuff at all.
Oh.
Today's
So you-
modeling tip: use a for sale sign to stop your locos from falling on the floor.
If it works, it works.
Yep.
That's what I say. What's it about? With Phil Craig. Thanks for stopping by.
When I examine the shell, it's melted on both sides.
How did it melt?
Because the guy who had it before me had it overheated. Like I said, the motor was bad.
Wait, is this the one that fell on the floor, or we're talking about a different one now?
This is the new Blackbird I picked up.
Gotcha.
But it won't be that visible.
Now I'm all like nervous running the train. I'm like, ah.
Can you push the
No.
board down?
Oh!
So it is. It's and this is what Andy's saying is Canal Plastics. Yep. In New York City, we've got places for stuff. So it does seem that there's something with this turnout that is pushing this B unit over the edge. And
The other
maybe
thing
it's
is-
maybe it's the depth of the frog. It's like tipping it up, maybe.
It could be the depth of a frog. It could be the gap in the frog.
I guess the other thing of it though is it was running fine by itself.
The
it
steam
only-
engine might bind, and
Yeah.
the B unit wants to keep going, and that's tripping it off. I mean, there's
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Which means I might need to get an A unit for this guy and not
B
run
unit-
this.
put the B unit in front of it. See what happens.
I'm like going, but they would never do that prototypically. And then I looked back down at the layout and I was like, yeah, never mind.
But what have you done that's prototypical?
That's exactly where I had gone. So now if the B unit derails, it'll pull the steam locomotive off instead of pushing it off.
If that's the problem.
So let's see. Dackman says you need an A unit to pull the train with the steam locomotive. A B unit needs to be controlled by an A unit and would no way run with a steam unit. Yeah, I know, but this B unit was really cheap on eBay, and they didn't have any A units. Or I should say, they didn't have any A units that weren't ridiculously expensive. And this is my Pennsylvania Railroad.
What's the road name on the steam?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We ready? Everyone holding your breath?
I got my catcher's mitt.
Well, that lasts long.
Yeah, but is the steamer bound on that switch?
Oh, well, the switch is now switched the wrong way, so that was probably my fault. Let's try this again. Dackman's trying to be all prototypical. Buying just a B unit is like buying a steam locomotive without the tender. Exactly, and that's what I wanted was a little extra power.
But don't they have switching steam locomotives without tenders?
Yeah, tank engines.
Yeah. Porters is another type. Saddle tanks.
It does kind of seem like the steam engine just gets bound up. That it's a very persnickety runner. That it looks fantastic, it just doesn't like to run fantastic.
If I didn't know better, I'd say it was a BLI.
Oh. I mean, I gotta tell you, man, I mean, this AZL locomotive looks stunning. Oh, yeah, so it could be a BLI, right?
You're making my case.
Yeah.
Just repackaged.
It does seem like, too, so one of the things that I need to do that I haven't done yet is figure out how to, like, really attach this track down, because it does bow up over here. And I definitely think that's one of the things that's affecting the steam locomotive is the bowing of the track. Because the steam locomotive's definitely more sensitive to, Uh-oh, we got a little prototypical fight going on. A B unit can be controlled by any unit with controls. Modern steam engines, UP fleet as well, have control to run the diesels. SP invented the system in the 1950s.
Yeah, so
Um,
there.
there you go. We got a train show coming up in Big Bend. Big Bend Model Railroad Association Train Show, June 26th to 27th at the County Fairgrounds in Tallahassee, Florida.
So
Oh,
like,
How
nice.
close is like Tom's Trains and Things to Tallahassee?
oh, he's 6 hours.
Oh, okay. The
I'm
show has a nice
for-
Z-scale layout that you can see in one of my videos. Oh, that's cool.
I'm like 4.5 hours.
B units had hostler controls in the cab for use in a yard. They can move on their own without an A unit. Uh-oh. There seems to be some prototypical disagreement going on. CP368 says, hi, John and Ding Ding. I don't know who Ding Ding is.
No, neither.
If you go to the B&O Museum in Baltimore, you can see the box in the cab. Oh, that's really cool.
I call my
Oh.
nephew Ding Ding, but I don't see him here either.
I mean, we call you Ding Ding when, you know, not to your face.
Better than being called Ding-a-ling.
Oh, right. That's. Oh!
Silver
Nisi
barrels
J is
hanging
the
on a
crossing
string.
gate Ding Ding.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that. Now I get it. Uh-oh, her new truck is here. Z, what scale is the new truck? Is it HO scale or N scale?
Or is it 1-to-1?
I think it's 1-to-1. I think
It's
it's
1-to-1.
why she's so excited, but I figured it would be funnier to ask if it was N or HO.
Sorry, guys. I got to
Oh,
run. I got to get back to work. My lunch break's over.
All right,
Bye.
Jason. We'll see
All
you
right,
later.
take care,
So-
Jason. I'll send you an
But-
email.
Congrats on getting your locomotive back up and running, Heath.
Thank you. I'm excited to see it all running, and I know it's not prototypical. I think it's so funny seeing a B unit leading the pack.
There you go.
Okay, stress is coming down now. You know, it's
Well, I was stressed yesterday.
So,
My,
all right, y'all.
my
Y'all
turntable
take care.
thanks, Jason.
My
Bye,
turntable
Jason.
module burned up.
What'd you burn up, Steve?
I didn't. It just burned up. The turntable.
Oh, the turntable.
Not the motor, not the bridge unit, which is where the motor's at, not the control unit. But there's a module underneath. All right, that's the whole, it's fixed to the whole base.
Yeah.
So to fix it, I got to pull that whole thing out. And I'm not sure I want to do that. I took the gearing out, so now I can just do it manually, and I may just leave it like that. But I did send a letter to Walters.
Well, folks, I think I'm going to be heading out as well, because I should eat some lunch before my next meeting. I got some trains running. I got my my PGH background flat. Oh, you know what I didn't do though? I got to do this before we go. I got to thank all of my individual supporters and my sponsors. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Please check out everybody's channel. DES Media is Dave P. in the center. Steve Childers is on your left. I'm the little guy on the right. If you don't know who I am, I'm Keith from Humanity Junction. I am hoping as I go back through this, we'll have some exciting footage to show of a train crashing to the floor, which I'm sure everyone will be interested in seeing. But until next time, thank you everyone so much for being here, and have a really fantastic weekend.
Hi, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.